Okay guys, so we are done with the appearance of our guests page, even including the functionality. So we're able to go to anyone's page, so it should appear, it is appearing in the way that it must appear. So okay, so the next manipulation will be to work with the add button. Let's say if we have already sent the friends request to the Bradley Cooper, so we want this icon to be changed. Okay, let's go and do this. So first we'll start from the Xcode, and we need to create one trigger which called requested. Here we'll write var requested will be equals initially will be equals to 0. So this is a trigger to check is it requested or not. Is, let's say, guest requested to be a friend or not. Okay, so this requested we will have to pass from the previous view controller, from the guest view controller. Okay, let's say I will cancel now and I will search for Bradley. It still shows me that it was requested. So we need to pass this trigger to the home page. We're going to the friends view controller. And here we have a requested array of integers which stores different integers. What we will do is we'll pass this to our um, guest view controller. Okay, so here in the prepare for segue method, while going to the guest view controller, we will pass it guest vc dot requested will be equals to requested array of requested index path dot row. So send the particular requested value at the certain index. So this is what we are doing now. Okay, so we are now passing in this prepare for segue. We are assigning to the guest VC's variable, which is requested. We are assigning out of the array of requested the value under the certain index path. Okay, so in the guest view controller, in the view did load, or let's say in the load users, we must do a manipulation of the appearance of the button. Here we will write manipulate the appearance of add friend button based on has request been sent or not. Okay, so what we will write here, if requested equals 0 means not requested, then friend button dot we want to set background image, and let's declare here the image. Let image be equals to UI image, open the round bracket and select with the name which called friend.png. So make sure that you will write the name correctly. So it must be here. So we have unfriend and friend. So it should be unfriend. If it has not been sent, so we'll just write unfriend and image, set background image, the image which we have declared here, for the state normal. And then the tint color of this we want to keep dark gray. Okay, and here we'll write friend button dot tint color will be equals to dot dark gray color. Okay, very good. Everything must be built without any issues. And then we have the else statement. For example, that is the one else. Then here means requested. Here we're doing the same stuff. Let image equals to UI image. Open the round bracket, select the method with the name, write friend.png. Then we are assigning this image to our friend button dot set background image we're just now declared for state normal, and we want to change the tint color to be a brand color. Okay, so we will write friend button dot tint color equals to helper. I think we've created Facebook color variable. Okay, very good. So this is the manipulation of this. So we'll now build and run just to check how does it work. And this was the step number 1. This was the step number 1 to manipulate the appearance of the button. Now we'll implement the function where we can directly press this button and change the values, means send a request to be a friend, etc, etc. Okay, so first I'll select the button, which is add friend button, and I will call assistant editor. So my app got loaded. Let's just verify this. Bradley Cooper, we're going there, and it is showing that it is sent. Okay, very good. And the great thing will be here to change the title as well. So here must be written requested. Okay, so let me come back to our guest view controller, and here we will write friend button dot title label dot text will be equals to add, and that friend button dot title label dot text color will be equals to dark gray color. The same opposite version we're implementing for the another scenario where it has been requested. So we'll write friend button dot title label dot text will be equals to requested, the same as in the Facebook, and then friend button dot title label dot text color will be dot, oops, sorry, helper, open and close round bracket, Facebook color. Very good, so we can now build and run. Everything will be working correctly. Okay, so we will just now scroll down to the bottom in the class after the view will appear in my case, and we will create an action connection from this button. So friend button, hold Ctrl Left mouse, drag it here, friend button underscore clicked, and make sure that this is of type action, and connect it. Okay, this function will be called once friend button has been clicked. Okay, very good. So I will search for a certain user, Bradley Cooper. So the title label didn't change. Okay, the title label didn't change. We can now leave the main storyboard and come back to our guest view controller. Okay, we'll write set title, add for state normal, and the same we will do set title requested for state dot normal. Okay, we will now build and run, and now it will definitely change. So, regarding the animation that Facebook is using, it is the same animation like with the like, but the only changes here, when we press the like button, the icon is getting getting bigger, but here it will just get smaller. So this is how it will work. Okay. Here we go. So requested, what we need to do is we need to work with the insets of the button. So we're coming down here in the center vertically. We will write -20, and here is also -20. So these are the insets we can work with. So now it must be shown in the proper way. And friend button clicked. So now we will work with the function which allows us to send the request directly from the guests page. But before that, just make sure that the appearance of our all objects are proper. Okay, now everything is fine. Great, we can go, let's say, to another user, which is Jennifer Lawrence, and everything is great there. Okay, so now what we need to do is, whenever we press this button, we want to implement first in the front end to change this icon, and then do animation, and on the back end, process request. Okay, so the same we have done for the like button, and I will start from the animation. Okay, so as for the like button, what we will do is, let's say if requested equals 0, so means if currently not a friend, or currently not requested, request. Else means already, if already request is sent, cancel request. Okay, so these are the two scenarios. So first of all, requested will cast as 1, cast requested var as requested. Okay, so and in the second scenario, we'll cast requested as 0. So this is first of all what we want to do is, and the second step we want to change appearance of button. Okay, so here we will write friend button dot set background image. Let's first declare the image. Let image equals to UI image. Open the round bracket. Select the method named, and here write friend png. So when currently it is not, for example, when Jennifer Lawrence, when currently is not requested, when we click on this, then this block of code will be executed. So we want to cast requested as 1, this is a trigger, then we want to assign another icon to this. So friend .png will assign to the friend button. Here, as a background image, we select image which we just now created for state, which is normal. So then we will set a title as well. Friend button dot set title, which will be requested for state normal. And let's play now with the tint color. Friend button dot tint color equals to helper, open and close round bracket, select Facebook color. And the same we're doing for the title label. Friend button dot title label dot text color will be equals to helper, open and close round brackets, Facebook color. Okay, so here we are casting requested var as not requested. Okay, and then we want to change the appearance of the friend button. So I'll copy this block of code, I'll copy this, and I will insert it here. And then the only changes here, unfriend, I will change the icon from friend.png to unfriend.png. Let's say currently we requested Bradley Cooper. When we click on this, we want to cast requested as being 0, means it's a trigger, means no more is requested. Then we want to change this icon from friend to unfriend. And then we need to change the text color. So equals to dark gray. And the same for the tint color and the text color, the same, dark gray. Okay, very good. So as this is what we are now casting, and then we will have to execute the animation. It will be the same animation like for the like button. We can just simply copy it. So I'll go to like button clicked. Here, that is the animation. I will copy this animation and I will insert it here. Animate of zooming popping. Okay, so in this case, when we like someone, it's getting increased. So when we click requested in the Facebook, it's getting smaller, not increased. So instead of increasing it by 30%, we'll just decrease it by 30%, so which will be 0.7, where 1 means 100, 1.3 means increase it by 30%, and 0.7 means make it smaller by 30%. Okay, so we can now build and run. So this will be our front end workout. And then after this, we will be sending the request to the server. Regarding sending, like button will have to change to the friend button. Regarding the request, we already has this function in the friends VC, friends vController, where we are sending this. So actually, this is the request itself. So we have got reject and we have got add. So instead of reject, I think we can use, let's say, cancel, but it's up to you. It's purely up to you guys. And here is also instead of, we must make here dot self, or another way will be instead of sender, here we'll write friend button of type UI button. Okay. So it will now go build. Then we will copy this preparing request starting. We're going now to the friends vController. We're heading to the function friend button underscore clicked. Then we're going to the request. When we're sending this, we'll just copy this block of code. So copy this. Then we will come back to our guest vController. Okay, so let's check first the functionality of the button. So here we go. Very good. So very good. This how does it work? But maybe you think it is quite, the animation is too exaggerated. So you can use your 0.8 to reduce the scale, the jumping effect. So great. So after the animation, we will now insert the block of code which we have copied from the previous vController, which we already wrote regarding sending the request to the server. Okay. And if you want, I will just write for you step by step. Here will be step 1, manipulate the front end, means trigger and button. Step 2 will be animation. Step 3 will be preparing request and sending their request. So these are the main steps. Okay, so here we have the variable, which is action, which we also need to trigger it. Okay, initially action will be just empty string. If we want to currently not requested, so request. So then we need to cast action as being with a value add. Cast action as add means send this to server. It will be sent to server. Okay, the same we will do for the else method, which will be reject, or you can write cancel, up to you. So this will be reject. Okay, so what we do then, so then we have a user ID here, which is as an ID, and here we have got friend ID. Okay, we need now to get the ID and the friend ID. Here we are declaring values to be sent to the server. Okay, so we've got the action, then we will also declare the current user's ID. So I'll write guard let. If you want, we can write just ID, guard let ID. Guard let ID equals to current user question mark, then in the square brackets we write ID, else return. And as the friend ID will be the ID of the user. So here is the ID of the user. Or if you want, I will do it in the little more readable way to in future to understand. Current user underscore ID. And then here we will create one more variable, friend user ID will be equals to ID, which we have already in this class, friend user ID, current user ID. Okay, very good. So in this string, we will just replace these values. So action will be action, user ID will be current user ID, and the friend's ID that we want to add will be friend user ID. Okay, so we can now build this, and this will be also um, changing the friendship status, means the request status which we have sent. Okay, so my app got build. We are searching any friends, let's say Bradley Cooper, and here we go. We remove request has been rejected successfully or canceled successfully, and we can add them. And even in the database server, we'll just check. So here we have some requests there. Now we don't have it, and then now we have it. That is amazing, guys. So the way it works, it's really cool, guys. Okay, so let's say this request is sent. I'm coming back. Here is request sent as well. If I remove it, still it shows that it is sent there. So we will have to change this. We'll have to change this icon when we, let's say, remove request. So this is what we need to work on. Okay, so let's now have an effect to the previous view controller. And in order to update the status in the cell, we'll have to use the notification. Okay, we in the function where we are sending the request here, we will use a guard let parsed JSON equals to JSON else return. So this is a safe mode of accessing or of casting JSON. Okay, now we'll use the statement where if parsed JSON status as, for example, string equals 200, means everything went successfully, then send a notification. If request is inserted into server successfully, send notification to friends VC to update the status of request. Okay, here we are writing notification center.default.post notification. That is the one. Notification dot name. Open the round bracket, select with a row value, and we'll give the name of the notification. I'll just make it friend. Okay, so here we are sending the notification. Now we need to catch this notification in the friends view controller. We're going to friends view controller in the view.load function. Here we'll write notification center.default.add observer for the notification selector name and object. That is the one. Observer to current view controller, which is self, then selector will be selector, and we want to execute search users function. Name will be notification, just a notification dot name dot row val not dot, I'm sorry, open the round bracket, select the method row value, and here we'll give the exactly same name of the notification we have given here in the guest VC, so it must be equal friend and friend. Object is null. Here we are adding observer to the observer of the notifications received to current or received or sent to current view controller. Okay, so we will have to change. We'll have to put at objc before the search users function. Okay, as we always used to do this. Okay, let's do one thing. We'll just cut this, post notification, let's select that as the one with the object null. And we must be able now to build this. And yeah, in the friends VC, it will advise us one suggestions. So once we have these notifications, make sure for the function which is select users. Here you have at objc. Make sure that whenever we call any function to be executed from the notifications, it must have these ones. This is as per the latest update of the Swift. Okay, so this notification, this observer. So whenever we will be leaving the view controller, we must remove this. Okay, view, we will call here one function which call view did disappear super dot view did disappear animated. So this is last loading function. So this is the last function in the chronology of execution. Whenever we will be leaving, for example, from this view controller, whenever we will be, let's say, leaving from this view controller, this block of code will be executed. Or even though what I think is, what I think we cannot remove this notification because it always must be live. Whenever we will be ending a friends, it always must be live. Okay, so forget about this. We'll not be executing this because if we'll leave this, we cannot remove the notification. So everything now is done. We can just now test it. Here we go. My app got built. I'll search for the Bradley Cooper or, for example, Jennifer Lawrence. I come here is requested. So the title didn't get updated, so we must check it. And here we go. It got updated as well. So the same with the Bradley Cooper. It got changed, we'll come back and it changed. So that is really, really amazing. And the final moment is to make sure to update this title here. It must be add. Okay, so that is really cool, guys. We've made a huge progress because this guests page is considered one of the, not the most, but one of the difficult parts of the programming, because there are so many things. Because initially the logic of your application must be built correctly, so which we have done successfully. Okay, so we added, it's here requested, here add, and here it's getting updated as well. So that is really cool, guys. So really good, guys. Outstanding and unbelievable. For example, Jennifer Lawrence ad, it's getting updated here. And I'm going there, so it's getting updated. Everything is synchronized. So that is really unbelievable, guys. Great job. Congratulations. It was really amazing experience.